and I had actually kind of forgot about her, and she called me a couple of months ago, not only wanted to come and be on the program, but if I'm not mistaken, she's probably come to Furthers over here to camp out with us. Lori Ford from the Sickle Cell Association. She lives in Navarre, and like I said, not only wanted to come and do the presentation, but came over, spent the night last night, and I think they've been enjoying it. So,
hello, my name is Lori Ford, like you said, and I'm the Sickle Cell Outreach Coordinator for Okaloosa, Washington, and Walton County. What I do is go around and give presentations to schools, to young people, everybody about sickle cell disease and the traits. Because a lot of people don't know anything about it until they are affected by the disease. So, what I want you all to know is that sickle cell originated in Africa as our body's defense mechanism against malaria. And so, it's an inherited blood disorder that you get from your parents. And for the young people, some people don't know, and they hear disease, it's like, coughing, sneezing, or ache, but it's nothing like that. It's something that's in your blood, the trait that's passed on. So 90 to 100,000 Americans are affected by sickle cell disease, and of those 90 million, 90 to 100,000 Americans, 1 in 12 African Americans have the trait. 1 in 100 Hispanics have the trait, and for Caucasians it goes way out. But anyone can have the disease. Anyone can have the trait. Doesn't matter your race. But more affected in the African American community because of the results from Africa and African descendants. So, what it is, sickle cell, when you normally have normal hemoglobin, the blood cells are round and soft, they become sickles, almost like a crescent moon. And they begin to clog your arteries and cause pain and damage your organs. The blood flow is not flowing properly. So, having the trait means that you carry the ability to pass it on. Having the trait, you have no symptoms, you don't even know you have it. Most people who have the trait don't know it. Not until the 90s they start testing at birth for sickle cell trait. So then we became more aware. But I have clients who were 12 years old when they were diagnosed, didn't know what was wrong with them, why they were having arthritis symptoms, and passing early on. Because it does shorten lifespan. So when both parents have the trait, you pass on a 50% chance, a 25% chance of passing on the disease, and a chance of passing on the trait, 50% chance of passing on the trait. So you need 2 parents with sickle cell trait or some other blood disorder to pass on the disease. And 1 parent has the trait and 1 parent has normal blood, and you just pass on a 50% chance of passing on the trait. So to get the disease, you need 2 parents with sickle cell trait or some other blood disorder in the trait. So that's what everyone needs to know, but especially young people, before they get into childbearing age, if they have the trait, so they don't pass on the disease, possibly. And if they do want to have a child, that they are well informed of the possibility of having a child with sickle cell disease. Because like I said, the disease does carry life-threatening severe pain, anemia, stroke, organ damage, pneumonia, increased risk of infection, shortened lifespan. So this is why it's important to know whether or not you have the trait, to know whether or not you can pass on the disease. How many of you already knew about sickle cell before this? Just a few. Just a few. And that's the problem. People don't know they have the trait, then they end up with a baby with a disease, and they're like, oh, I didn't even know what that was. So this is why it's important, especially for African Americans, because we carry the trait. 1 in 12 of us carry the trait, to know whether or not we have the trait, so we don't pass on the disease. So, the only treatment, there's no cure for sickle cell disease. One of the things that spells sickle cell, you'll have small children when they run around, they'll get more tired than others. It's called severe anemia. The only thing we can really do is blood transfusions to clear out the blood and start new cells and forming. But again, the cells grow sickle again. And I know some people with disease who only had a crisis maybe once in their life. Then there's some people with disease who had crises every other month. And a lot of it is how you take care of yourself, like anything else in life. Drinking plenty of fluids, your diet, severe stress, very hot weather, very cold weather, extreme. Tend to hemoglobin. You get a cold pool or a hot jacuzzi can bring on sickle cell crisis. So it's very important that when you have children with sickle cell, even if you're a teacher or a counselor, working with small children, that you know how to properly care for them. They may not be able to play a whole court of basketball. They may have to stop every quarter and get a rest. They may have to, instead of jumping in the cold pool, coming right out, and they need to make sure that they're acclimated properly, so they're not too hot in the cold. So like I said, the only one thing that's shown to actually stop the disease or not have the disease is a bone marrow transplant. But with that, you need a donor. It's extensive and complicated surgery, so it's usually at the last resort measure. So sickle cell is not something that's curable, something that you have to live with. And like I said, people's lives have been shortened drastically with new medicine and treating children very young when they find out with penicillin, they decrease the risk of disease a lot. And so that's really all I want you all to know is what sickle cell disease is. And any questions?
I'm sorry. Those who have the trait, do they have blood cells shaped like a crescent as well?
No.
Okay.
Actually they do, but they have mostly normal hemoglobin. It's called hemoglobin S is because of the sickle cell, and the hemoglobin A is normal hemoglobin. But when you have the trait, you carry mostly normal hemoglobin, but you do carry some. But it's not enough to affect you like the disease does. It's just asymptomatic. You don't even know you have it. And so you end up maybe having a baby with someone with sickle cell and say, oh, with the trait. Right. And then you realize you both had it. That's the only way the baby gets the disease. Both parents have sickle cell trait or sickle cell trait and another hemoglobin trait. Another deformative blood disorder. So mostly normal hemoglobin, you have the trait. But you usually asymptomatic.
This is my last question.
So you said,
if you have the trait, are there any more negative side effects besides meeting someone who has it?
no, you have a normal life basically. You have a normal life. Only thing is that if you have a child with someone with a trait, the child does not have a normal life. You're running a possibility of having a child. You need to know. You need to be informed. Because that child might be the one that suffers from the disease. So that's the only thing. Normally, I've met a few people who had the trait and said that they felt the same way. I'm not really sure whether that's from other things or whether that's from the trait, but I've had people who say they felt the same, arthritis symptoms and with the extreme, so it was like the spine, they felt extreme pain